party all night. It's the best of the best, best friend weekend. We can party all night. It's the best of the best, best friend weekend. We can party all night. Shout out the whole podcast crew. Everybody already know what it do. When you really gotta kill it, ain't nobody gonna feel it. When you really gotta tell them it's my crew. It's best friend weekend. We can party all night. We got Ross moving, Lowe's, Rumble, Aldo, Nice is the uncle.
So in life, they got like a lot of people that put like different reference points as they center of just logic. Okay. Oh, in verse 2:6, in Luke, it says this, some people be like, oh yeah, my grandma, because of that, my family, that's why I look at it like this, and then they got a whole nother set of people. And with this just brings me to my next point. I'm running into with the bro today. First time I ever heard him talk like this. Oh, something, because I'm an Aries. And, oh yeah, my God, she two-faced like a Taurus, I'm like, bro, is that really like the reference point we're going with for logic here? And all I gotta go, and this just leads me to like, how many of y'all out there use horoscopes, the back corner of the newspaper as logic as y'all go forth? Questions that need answer.
I say, whoa, welcome to the Best Friend Weekend Podcast. It's your man, Aldo Nice.
Wow, it's your boy Los, a.k.a. CAP.
And it's your boy Raj. No, it's your boy Rumble. It's your boy
Rumble.
And I guess I kind of messed that up because I guess wasn't Raj would have came in, look, not Caboose, he would have been second. So I think I kind of let the cat out the bag without that early.
He would have said, he said bitch every week.
No leg room.
He get in the middle every week.
He's forfeiting leg room and shoulder and elbow space.
That boy got to put his hand between his legs.
I love the worst part is we in a pickup truck because I'm driving. That man in a little middle daddy, huh?
In that little middle daddy, single cab.
Single cab, not the extended cab. Yeah, that's how we coming, man. Hey, Rumble, you're making good points. I don't know nothing about two-faced Taurus. I thought there was two-faced Geminis. Oh, it might be. I don't know. It's like it's a different one, right? But that speaks to the fact that I don't know nothing about the horoscope game neither. Okay?
I definitely don't. People be asking me, "What's your sign?" I'd be like, Cancer, and they have a whole, we match, or we can be cool, or this or that. I'd be like, I don't know what any of that means. I don't know what I'm supposed to be as a Cancer. I don't know if I'm bad in the locker room or something. I don't know what it is. But
well, you know this though. I think as a man of a certain age, you know what them women think about your sign and what they say about your sign. You know that.
Oh, yeah, I do know that. Yeah, you're right.
So what they tell you about being a Cancer? Go ahead, tell me about it.
That we ain't shit and we freaky.
That's what she said. Yeah, I think that just might be a thing they always say, because I'm a Scorpio and they be like, boy, y'all just nasty.
I was about to say, y'all trying to run off with that every sign. I was about to say, y'all both cannot be the same label with both sign.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you, my point is that I've heard it many a time. Oh, y'all jealous or y'all possessive, but they are, Scorpio's nasty. And I hear that, but my thing is, I'm leaning towards what you saying, Rumble. That I think that's just what they say. They don't know the horoscope game either. They just whatever nigga they like. Oh, you nasty.
That's what they gonna run with. That's how they be shooting at you on the slick.
And I can't lie, yo. The last time I really was heavily invested is when I got turned on to game in like 5th, 4th grade. Some little chicks used to always look at that in the back of the paper, But ever since then, I really, I don't look too deep into that, Oh, because I act like this. Oh, it's because I was born on this day and the moon was turned this way at this time and it was cold outside and my mama might have had, some chicken before she had me, so that's why I act like I act. Or like, come on, man, no, I don't like to give that much gas.
Yeah, man, I got the computer right in front of me and the horoscope is up right now, cutting in. It's right in front of me. And it say Virgo, cutting, and Rumble, that's you, right?
Hey, what it say? Yeah, are you looking at the one that says my day for the day? For the day?
You want the daily? I'm gonna give.
Yeah, give the little daily. Yeah, give it a little daily joint.
This the Yahoo. Rumble is saying, duck any request to share resources today, even if it makes you feel bad. There are hidden costs, and you are sure to be better off if you learn more.
Dog.
That can't happen until tomorrow.
I was about to say, dog, why are you telling me this at the end of my... I could have used this. I feel like I gave a few little silver coins, silver tokens today. God damn.
That you could have kept to yourself. How about that big cancer? Your big brain is a potent force. So make sure that you're using it. It's one of those days when your people need guidance, and you can offer it quickly. Once you see the problem, you know what to do. Ooh,
yeah,
you're nice.
Hey, Los, I don't know about you in the advice game. I never heard nobody stamp you in the advice game.
you don't know enough of my people. You probably could use something if you holler at me.
Guess you might be two-faced too. I'm looking at your little sign. It look like a little 69. Cutting y'all nasty. Y'all must be nasty.
Or confused. One of the two.
Now let me read. Now let me read mine. That old Scorpio. You're starting on something new and cool today, or you should be. Your energy is perfect for beginnings, and anything that starts today is sure to be positive for you in the long run. And them hoes think you're nasty.
and tall.
And tall. There's
no way that's there. There's no way that's there. There's no way. There's no way.
I mean, I'm reading it. You're not. You're like, y'all prove me wrong.
Cite your sources.
I got that one off of the Scorpio website.
That must be like one of them Wikipedia joints where you can edit it and shit.
Hey, Brett. That's one of my favorite things on earth. I talk about what burns my boudin often. Sometimes I tell y'all the things I really love. Things I really love is kind of like when like Manny Pacquiao got knocked out by Juan Manuel Marquez, and like a nigga will go in there and change his daddy, Manny Pacquiao daddy, to Juan Manuel Marquez. I like that. Oh, that man died today, Cutting. I love that, Cutting. That's like what's his name? When Nate Robinson got knocked out, they changed his date of death to that day.
Yeah.
Shit, wow.
Yeah, because I'm a big fan of those type of things. That's the internet being undefeated all day, every day.
And Raj Smooth,
yeah,
this is where you missing, because I know you would have came with about 2. I'm not that guy. You would have came with 2 already, Smooth. This would have been your time to shine. He would have had
Scorpio. Zodiac stuff.
Hell no, he would have had 2 more Wikipedia edits for you, man.
Oh yeah. Why is Rumble speaking to his strengths and weaknesses?
Yes.
His attributes, man. My son Raj overall his potting when he's on his P's and Q's, he's an 84, solid 84 overall when he's on his potting.
This is awareness.
This
is awareness.
It drops a lot because I can't call his jersey number at times. I don't know. He's gonna be here. Is he gonna be feeding the dog? He's gonna be at the Nuggets game. I don't know. I don't know.
You want to know the biggest difference between Rumble and Raj? Rumble will come on the podcast, throw slugs at Raj. Raj will never hear him because he's never going to listen to them.
Those are big facts.
Raj throws some subtweets at Rumble. Rumble will be all at his neck.
Hey, he'll hear him by noon on Friday.
And you know what? If Raj listened to this tomorrow or Friday or whenever he listened to this and he subtweets me back, you know what that will do? That'll burn my boudin.
Hey, look, let me tell y'all some things that burn my boudin this week. Man, the first thing that burned my boudin this week is listen, I gotta start this from last week. Kids bringing home viruses. Burn my boudin.
Say, bro,
when I tell you I was so sick, I had to do that. I had to get up there, grab my keynote speaker. Y'all know, man, I'm speaker, cutting. They call me the speaker, Bose, nigga. You heard me? So I'm up there, you know what I'm saying, doing my thing, beats, but you know what I mean, the whole 9, you know what I'm saying, surround sound. So I'm over there ready to give my little speech on Saturday. Man, Friday morning hit, I get up, drop the little boy to school, can't even get out of bed when I come home. Just stomach, guts, throwing up uncontrollably, wilding, because he want to go stick his finger in his mouth and bite on other stuff, a little cheering, bite on and touch. Kid viruses, man. Los, you done been there before.
Hey, bro, that's the worst. That stomach daddy is one of the worst feelings ever, especially when you work around little kids. They be tossing this shit around. Like, I'm talking about nonstop, bro. So That's one of the worst ones. And the real thing about it is it most time only lasts for about 24 hours most of that day.
That's all it was.
But it'd be a bad 24 though, bro. It'd be a bad, like everything in your stomach's coming out. Everything coming out of both ends. You're gonna be dry heaving, and your stomach gonna be cramping and knots, dog. You can't drink nothing, can't hold nothing down, and you're just gonna be hurting the remainder of that day. You get them little cold sweats, and then the next day you get up, you be straight, be a little weak because you ain't got nothing on your stomach, but you be better.
You be scared to eat stuff too, boy.
Yeah, but that's that quick fix diet. If any of y'all ladies want to lose some weight, just go to elementary school and shake hands with everybody.
What y'all just described, it sound like that's what Pepto-Bismol, KO Peptade, ginger ale. If you're really old school, that sound like that. None of that can fix that. Not to mention,
none of it.
What y'all just described, that's one of those things, if you might play yourself thinking you're just sneezing or laughing. You might have an accident. That's what y'all describing right there for that 24, 48-hour window.
You can show it. Oh, you can show it.
Oh, no, the accident is you throwing up. You got your head in the toilet bowl throwing up. And then you got to clench tight because that wet boy, that loose there, that come out the other end.
And you're still throwing up and going out the back end, but you never ate in 24 hours. It's crazy.
Or even worse, you're sitting on that toilet and all of a sudden you got to throw up and then you forget and turn around and try to throw up in the toilet with that.
So somehow you end up in the tub. A lot.
Yeah, you gotta hit that tub unless you got one of them big mansions where your tub you got the bathroom, a bidet, or the toilet sit alone. The toilet sit in that little room by itself.
Oh yeah, that's
a bad situation.
That's money.
but Los, you making me feel as though maybe it ain't from the baby. Maybe it's from the other child, the 6-year-old. That make most sense. Yeah. The elementary make more sense than the baby.
They be passing that bitch around like candy at lunch, man. Be like, hey, who you taking this home? No, I'm gonna take this home tomorrow. You taking it home? Now they going out. I'm gonna take it home then. Like, dog, they be passing shit around.
Well, of course it's not the baby. It gotta be the toddler. Well, no, you gotta realize at the elementary school, that playground equipment, that's some generational older playground equipment if we're being technical.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Now this school got they got a little cheese over there, so they got some new playground equipment.
Every year they redo the playground equipment every year. The monkey balls, brand new monkey balls.
Well, the school started last year, so it was brand new, and they half of the kids they didn't even let them go on it because of COVID last year. So it's damn near new. But you're right though. The kids still don't come with no mask on, and they still do whatever the hell they want. They still be all in each other's face and
passing stuff around at lunch. You want some chips? Well, maybe that's in the hood where I work at. They come with the big bag of Takis. Everybody reach their hand in them blue.
Number one
them blue Takis.
We should have did a big 3 finger licking chips, and that's Takis is cheering with red fingers. My God,
blue finger. They got blue Takis now. That shit looks so bad.
Not with the blue powder, huh?
Yeah,
I feel like about 4 states eat Takis, maybe 5. Them 5 states being Texas, California, Nevada, Colorado. Did I say New Mexico? No cap, because I never heard of Takis till I got out to school, and everybody from Cali was just eating that, and some of my essay partners and just people that was just from out around where they got large populations of essays. Man, I never ate that in Louisiana. I haven't even seen that in Louisiana. That wasn't a thing.
Takis don't taste good to me. Takis never taste good to me. I tried them. You're right. I haven't seen them till I was in. I mean, Louisiana, we'll eat Bootsy chips before we eat.
And of course, I don't want no chili lime chip.
Hot fries.
I don't want no chili lime chip, fam. I'm good, fam.
I don't want no blue chip.
This don't have to be a big 3, but it is an interesting part right there. And I mean, you're making a good point because you threw up hot fries, and hot fries was damn near my go-to in high school. With the blue bag, favorite the Andy Cap.
Yes.
Oh, y'all talking about them Toms. Y'all talking about them Toms.
Yeah.
No, man, I like the Andy Cap.
Andy with the little dude on there.
Oh, I call them things Tom. Them thing not called Toms. That's not the coolest hot chips.
I think no. Tom is another name brand. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Tom's hot fries. And Tom's hot. I'm looking at it right now online. Tom's hot fries, but Tom's and Andy Cap is 2 different shit. Andy Cap was
the blue bag, huh?
Blue bag.
Yeah,
with
the Chester joints is the coolest hot fries. They give you the most in the bag. The most chips in the industry out of any chip. Lay's, a corn chip, anything.
I'm not saying I didn't like them.
They give you the most bang for buck.
And you get them. And you used to get 3 for $1.
Well, it was like 50 cents.
Well, when you grew up, Los, the 70s?
The 80s, bro.
3 for $1.
I forgot you a little bit.
No.
Yeah.
Rumble, he right. They used to be 50 cent in our vending machine at school.
Yeah.
That mean if they sell them for 50 cent, that mean they only probably cost 30 cent. So yeah, 3 for $1 is about right.
Yeah.
Like that ain't he ain't lying. Ain't no count.
I forgot y'all grew up in the 40 cent soda can era.
25 cents.
25. Outside of Walmart, they had 25 cent sodas.
Hey, them the best drinks in the world.
Shasta.
RC grape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Check.
Them things were ham. Check.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, check was different. Check hit different. But yeah, I mean all of that to say that's how we was coming when we was kids. We wasn't doing the talkies. We wasn't spreading viruses. Man, the next thing that burns my Buddha this week is when the power go out when you sleep. That burn my Buddha.
That or the AC, I guess that's the same thing. Bro, that's the word.
Yes,
that's
Well, my question to y'all, if a tree falls and nobody's there, did it really fall?
That's a really good question. But I just don't think that this is a victimless crime that you're trying to make it out to be.
Depending on where it lands.
This is the equivalent of that bitch falling on your house because you wake up hot, late for work,
confused why your clock is blinking and saying 3:40 a.m.
phone not fully charged.
All that. Then you go in the closet to get some clothes and it's
can't
dark.
See
you
nothing.
Can't see nothing.
Ooh, that's the worst ever, bro.
I'm just telling you, man. That happened on...
And maybe some random beeping
Tuesday.
noise as well that's going on since some shit just got disconnected. A random beeping noise in the cribbo.
But you hear down the street, the jerk, his goddamn generator just kicking.
His generator out there, he got full power.
Just looking at everybody, cut clown. Hate that.
Then he walk outside like, "What's going on? Y'all all right?"
Well, they hit our little power cable at the front of the neighborhood. Hits a truck ran into the pole. So that's why I was out. And then we looked online. They say, "Oh, it's gonna be back at 1:30 p.m." So we all over here doing whatever. Then they sent another message saying it's gonna be back at 3:30 p.m. And I'm like, "God damn, I'm about to leave to go somewhere." And then all of a sudden the power come on by 8 in the morning. I'm like, okay. So I guess then I wait until 3 in the evening. I guess 8 in the morning worked. So it came back on, but I mean, I just hate it though.
That depends on where you stay. Because where I stay now, stuff like that happens. Where I used to stay, didn't happen like that. Them people said it was coming on at 3:30. Definitely going to be 5:36 for your power came back on.
We came up a little bit, Los, since then. Since those days.
Just a wee bit, you know.
Latre off.
I'm telling you about him. I'm on child support.
Moving on up.
All right, man. Well, so the next burns my Buddha ass section is all I'm going to deal with some a little tough topic in his death and his. But still, these things came to my mind this week and I just got to run with it, man. The first one that burns my Buddha is that I seen a dude post that his pops died and he showed like 8 or 9 little like personal letters from his pops to himself on Facebook, and that was like his post. And I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a dude post about his daddy before, and that was the first thing he posted, like all these personal letters talking about "I miss you." And I was like, I hit the little like for it, like, yeah, man, I didn't hit the hug, but I hit the like. But what burns my Buddha is that man turned around and posted immediately after, "I need a great portrait tattoo artist in Houston." That burned my Buddha.
Man, cause that man wanna remember his daddy.
Yeah, what's the sizzler? What's the sizzler on this one?
It's just too soon, man. It's just like it's not even too soon. It's not the right way to put it. I feel like it's. Man, you find you a good tattoo artist if that.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
Don't
put it out there for
that just
attention.
brings that's just a microcosm of a bigger issue because I see the same thing.
Go ahead,
like,
speak to it. You know where I'm going with this,
bro. Shout out to old boy and his family, but that's a way bigger issue because I see that all the time. Maybe just because in my little profession, you don't ask people for help. Did you Google it? That's how they know. Like real talk in my profession. Did you fucking Google it, fam? You can't ask nobody in my little profession for help unless I did about 8 things, fam, and now I'm at this conclusion. I'm stuck like Chuck. What you got for the boy? Other than that, fam, you better get on Google. I be seeing so much stuff, I guess I'm just different. Oh, who doing these braids in Lafayette? Oh, who got crawfish? Oh, who do shirts? Who do tattoos? Who do carpet? Who a trainer? Who got Mardi Gras beads? Who doing Mardi Gras baskets? Who got generators? Who got
lights?
Who filling out PPP loans?
I feel you.
Hey, y'all going?
I feel you.
Who kids going to catechism?
Stop it! I feel you. My point is,
do they got toilet paper still at the Walmart?
Shut up.
They got water still. I think people just be bored. I think that just be how we talk. Well, not we, because I don't participate in the chat rooms on chat boards.
What I was saying was, it's a little bit of what you're saying and mixed it with what I'm saying. He could have figured it out himself, yes, but I'm leaning in on the why. The why he chose not to figure it out and why he chose to post I need a great portrait tattoo person is just to get some more sympathy. Some more sympathy, cut. Look, relax, cut. Relax. You can figure out a tattoo artist. Go ahead.
It's even a long post about your daddy on there. I mean, for me, it's that too. I don't, after a while, I guess, but we always talk about how people use social media differently. Like, I lost my father. I would never post a whole long post talking about my dad or talking to him on miss him on the thing.
But you're not a posty type of guy. You're not posty.
Yeah, but I'm saying.
So that wouldn't be on brand for you at that time to get posty. Now I can see. I don't knock him for getting posty if he's already just posty. You see what I'm saying? So shit, if I'm posty about everything else, pops check out. Oh fuck that, y'all gonna hear about this? Y'all hear about everything else I say? You hear about my thoughts about the game, my thoughts about my lunch. Nah, you gonna hear about pops too if I'm just posty. You know what I'm saying?
That don't mean don't burn my Buddha in.
And shout out, get your sympathy. Might as well. Fuck that. Cash in on the sympathy. It's hard times.
Get your likes and hugs up, huh? And your little hearts up.
I'm not mad because what y'all are making me think is that if you really peel it back, what's burning my boudins that he posts all the time, and but this is on brand for somebody who posts all the time, to post that kind of thing. So I mean,
just had a flat tire.
I can't really hate it, right?
Just had a flat tire. Who doing flat? Who fixed tires?
Shut up! The next thing that burned my boudin is sweet.
Who doing patches? Who doing tire patches?
Oh yeah, Rumble called me with that shit while you trying to climb.
Real talk.
Who do patches in Houston?
Oh no, I had to ask. This situation was different because I meant, I'm not trying to go to Jeff's Tire. Man, put me where the lights might go out or something in the cut where they fix tires. Not Walmart
dealership.
Not Walmart Tire Center.
That
the dude with the little plug daddy on the side of the street. Hey man, listen. The next thing that burns my Buddha this week is your boy Aaron Jones, man. That man scored 4 touchdowns on Monday Night Football, and then the headline was that man lost his daddy ashes. Man, being out there wilding and losing your daddy ashes burns my Buddha, man.
He must have had him in his cleats.
He did now.
I'm thinking. I'm under the impression. I'm sure he got something on the mantle, and he might have extracted a little bit from the mantle to keep on him as a keepsake. I would hope. I would hope. I hope this wasn't his only dose. I hope this was not his only dose.
Yeah, maybe his daddy was either one or two things. His daddy might have been real little.
Oh, I knew you was gonna go.
His daddy might have been real little, and he could fit them all in there. That man do get a bag, so maybe he had a big chain because they was on a chain. So maybe it was on a chain. And the other thought I had was maybe his daddy had he was a wild boy and he had 16 kids and he had to split them up amongst them kids, so he only had a little bit.
You know how everybody be fighting over the possession that was his only possession, so everybody wanted some. They had to scale out. They had to scale out the funeral home. But
because you get 3 teaspoons of your daddy. Look at that.
Lift it to feet. I want the head. Pause. But no. Stop it. So it's confirmed that he was on the chain for real, or you just talking?
Yeah. He was wearing the chain with his dad.
Oh, he played. Well, that's
ball.
your
He
fault.
scored 4 touchdowns.
Yeah. Well, so your dad, we know where your dad at. He in the end zone. Duh.
They couldn't find it. I don't know why they couldn't find it though.
They still never found it?
That's what they. I mean, I don't know. I ain't checked the story today to see if he found it, but as of yesterday, as of the day after the game,
I know why.
Hadn't found it.
One of them boys
it
on the kickoff return team.
I found it. It said that they recovered it. He lost it in the end zone.
Hey, yo, if that was me, even though that might have been a good luck charm, after what I seen, what they did to Crabtree and his chain, I wasn't wearing a chain on the field no more. Y'all remember that shit?
Not with my daddy.
That was a Sherman. That was Sherman. Who snapped? That was what's his name? Talib. Your boy. That
from Dallas.
Him.
From Kansas. Kansas. Colby, Kansas.
Yeah, Shabazz. Talib. Your man's.
Aqib Talib, man.
Yeah, Aqib.
Shabazz. Your man's. You might snatch Crabtree chain. After I seen that, I wasn't wearing chains no more on no field.
Nah, not if you Camara. Camara wears chain every week.
Big QC dad.
And guess what else? Guess what else he do? He gets 6 yards on 4 carries too.
While trotting.
Nah.
While trotting. Yeah, exactly. All day trotting around like a little horse.
Bambi daddy.
I'm not. We're not going there. It's not where we at right now. But let me ask you this question before I move on. Would you rather lose your daddy chain scoring? Asher scoring 4 touchdowns, or just doing some random shit? I mean, if you're gonna lose it, you might as well lose it fucking balling out with your daddy on you on Monday Night Football, right?
Yeah, I would definitely love. If I have to lose it, it might well be in the end zone.
Well, the way I'm not sure if I'm changing the answer, but I'd rather lose it on the football field because at least I know it's like a nice little radius where it could potentially be.
Mm-hmm.
If that counts.
You're talking about if you're losing it you'd rather lose it there than in the supermarket.
I was just about to say then in the mall. Yeah, damn.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I got you. I mean, but they had a lot of the comments I saw was like, man, that nigga's so stupid. Cutting, why would you do that? Blah, blah, blah. And then one comment was like, Cutting, why wouldn't you want to ball out and lose that thing, Cutting?
I bet you that chain probably look big normal. It's probably look 18 karat gold. That thing probably had some nice width to the goddamn rope, and it probably was inside like a football or some shit, a football shape something. And so happily, you wouldn't have known there was even ashes in it. Probably was a nice little chain, I would assume.
If it's that short, I think Al might be right then. Or might have been a little midget.
Stop it! I don't have time for that. Oh man, that boy daddy died at 56, Cutting, from COVID.
Damn.
That's fucked up.
That's wild. I didn't mean to talk about that man like that after I knew he was a young man. Young
R.I.P. big dog. Yeah, R.I.P. man. Your son balling out you. I know you're proud.
You know what I'm saying? Alvin Sr., Alvin Jones. You know what I'm saying? One time for the one time, man.
AJ.
Listen, the last thing that burned my boot at this weekend, I mean, since we on that thing, man, is man that these young cats don't value it, man. Man, I was sucked, man. I woke up this week to find out one of my old. This always happen. One of my old students, man, boy got laid down this week, man. That's so crazy, bro. Because it was one of them that, and I'm gonna put it this way. I said it in a post on my wall. I mean, sorry, it's my story. It was one of them little cats that you look at from a distance and you're like, God damn, that boy doing it. I like watching that youngster do it. That boy used to have a thing. That man, he died the day before his birthday. Wow. Babe, that man was in it. If you went to his story, that man was promoting stripper bowl. That man used to have a stripper bowl for like all of his birthdays, events, like 4 or 5 times a year you would see him. Boy would be in Miami. Boy would be in Vegas, in LA. That boy would be in a suite with them dancers just going in, just money. All the newest shoes, all the flyest clothes. The boy, last time I seen him out, boy was in a section with Tiana Taylor, and posting pictures together, that's my homegirl.
I thought we ran into that boy one time. We talking about the same little dude.
We did. Yeah. Hey man, living, doing his thing, Cutting. And then they caught him. They shot that boy driving down the street on the interstate the other day. Man, that's just wild, Cutting.
Ooh, out here?
Yeah, out here on the service road on the west, boy.
Oh yeah, that. Oof.
Yeah, man. So I mean,
R.I.P. little dude.
Yeah, it burns my boot out because it frustrates me that, you know, that's how that, you know, I would have liked to watch, you know, what he was going to turn that into because, you know, he had all the makings of being like, his whole thing was about, you know, that drip, that sauce, like Rumble talk about. His whole thing was, I got the freshest, I got the newest, and them boys was opening up a little stove. You know, I was going to see how that went, you know what I'm saying? You know, how that man was going to turn his stuff and, you know.
What kind of student was it?
Oh, man, he was... Okay, put it like this. I'm not. What's crazy is when I posted it, some other kids like replied in my DMs with like a video. They got videos on like YouTube of them boys, you know, in the class rapping and shit when they was at my school. You know what I'm saying? Like little middle school age when they was young. This is what I'm gonna put it like. He was probably the smartest black boy in the school. Like African American. The dude had he was in Algebra 1 in 8th grade. The only black boy in Algebra 1 in 8th grade. He got into it with the teacher, white lady at the time, it was before I started teaching it, and got in cursed out, got kicked out the class, ended up going to ALC, like the the alternative campus, wilding bad, quote unquote. And that's who he was. He was a kid that you like. If you meet him, if you're a black man and you meet him, you know what it is. It's a cool little dude who kind of, he be into some street shit, but he know what he talking about. But if you're somebody who not him, he don't necessarily knew how to fucking handle both ways. So the craziest part is he left my school. He went to A-Leaf Taylor, and then he was in my boy. This podcast brought to you by Duff. He was in my boy Duff class, and it was somebody who me and Duff both knew. And like he'd be like, "Oh, look, my two teachers, the boy's still young, the boy's still doing it." And you know, we used to keep that same energy with him. I mean, he's a good little dude, smarter than what he, like a real smart kid who just kind of was like on some I'm gonna do street shit. And I mean, the shit was working out good for him for a real long time. So I mean, it is what it is, man. You never know, shorty. You
just hate to see little dudes like that. We know the potential the potential they had. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, damn, that boy really could have been, was gonna be something big once he figured out he didn't always need them streets.
I mean, I just say it in the context of, man, it's crazy, man, and like that. Myself, Los, we've been in those situations where we didn't been teachers, we didn't been in the classroom, we didn't been around those kids, and you just never know what it's gonna end up being. You know what I'm saying? You never know what it's going to end up being. You never know who's going to turn into something that's like, oh, wow. But you're the vice president or what? You're an engineer here, you're whatever. Then you never know who's going to end up in jail. You never know who's going to end up homeless. On that dope. You never know, dog. It's like these all kids that you just watch growing and it's just crazy. You want them all to make it.
I think that's what it's kind of like a microcosm of just with life or just shit short. And that's what I kind of fall back and look at my, I guess, where I'm at in life, on some like smartest person in your high school class does not make the most money. You know what I'm saying? The best looking chick, the top 5 best looking chick, maybe one of them still got it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the dumbest person might be on to the most bag type shit in your whole class, the one that you perceive as dumb. It's just crazy. That's how I look at it, just how life works, like, damn. Somebody might check out or get knocked off. You would have never seen it coming, or like somebody you would have thought Bing would have got knocked off, changed their whole damn life. Yeah, life crazy. Life is crazy.
Hey man, yeah, we can't. I mean, it is what it is, man. So we're just R.I.P. my little homeboy. But man, listen. Last week we was talking about dying, and we ended up having another conversation that we talked a little bit about this, and Big Chief hopped in on it and gave his 2 cents, man. Since Rumble here, I just wanted to add that caveat. We was talking about, would you rather die, be a stand-up guy, you know what I'm saying, thorough, and then die on some craziness, or be a clown that nobody respect, but then die being a hero, cutting. And that conversation spilled over into our DMs. We've been talking about that all week, man. Rumble, what was your thoughts on that talk?
I'd rather be the first one.
It was 3 of them, Al.
All day.
He said, would you be a coward?
Oh, a coward.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's just some whole other shit. Whoa.
That was a whole other conversation.
Coward. Come on, did I just agree to be a coward? No, if that's what I just agreed
No, that's not what I'm saying. No.
Okay, but yeah, I definitely the first one, all day, every day, because I look at it as I'm a human. We all human. So I wouldn't. Shit. You played yourself if you think I'm a perfect person or I don't have shortcomings or we all don't. So shit, I'd rather be known as like, damn, that nigga was a real ass nigga, but damn, maybe my biggest flaw might have can't come out on my demise. Niggas never knew I was into this, so I was on this type of time. But damn, that nigga was a good nigga. Like, nigga get the shirt off my back. He did this for my daughter. He did this. Cocaine. You know what I'm saying? But damn, I ain't know he was into this. Damn, but nigga was a good dude. Versus that dude was a piece of shit. Just because you ran up in the building to save all them kids, boy, it's still F you, boy. I'll never forget you did X, Y, Z. But, I mean, Lord be with you, but, boy, you was a hoe. So, nah, I'd rather, I'm a human, so I'd rather just do good. And if I go out crazy, man, I hope y'all remember me for just being a good person.
Hey, you know what's funny? We talked about it last week, and the thing that, I didn't say this in the text group, I don't think. But this is what I started thinking about. I should have said it last week. The reason I say the first one, that I'd rather die as a stand-up guy, be a stand-up guy and die on some foolishness, is because I can't relate with the other one. Because I'm not a whole clown. Like, I can't be that person because I'm not a whole clown my whole life. I'm always going to be a stand-up nigga. I can't relate with being a clown and then dying on some heroic shit because
then deciding to be good in my last 5 minutes.
I'm never gonna be that. I'm always gonna be a stand-up guy. The question is if I'm a check out of here, you know what I'm saying, stand up on my feet, you know what I'm saying, or if I'm a stand up here, if I'm a check out like on some foolishness. But either way, I'm gonna be that guy. Like that's the person
regardless, huh?
Right? Ain't really ain't too much to consider there, man. Look, before we go forward, I want to go back. I was just talking about kids and everything, and I think that there's an interesting story that's out here. It's in Grapevine, Texas, right outside of Dallas. And a teacher hit me to this on maybe Saturday. We was having a talk, and she brought it up, this was actually Tuesday. She brought it up, and she was telling me about this, and I didn't know the story, so I Googled it, and I was like, oh, yeah, we got to talk a little bit about this, right? So James Whitfield, who's the principal of Colleyville Heritage High School in the DFW area, he was put on paid administrative leave in late August because a former school board candidate publicly accused him of having extreme views on race and called for him to be fired. And it said on Monday, they did a step to not terminate his contract, but he's going to receive a letter that details, like he's going to have some kind of a hearing, I suppose, is the thing, right? Mm-hmm. Basically, the whole thing boils down to a number of parents and community members have said that he was trying to teach critical race theory. The first black, from what I understand, he was the first black principal ever at that school or the school board or something like that. And this is why they're trying to kick him out, because he's trying to teach critical race theory. What do you guys know about this type of thing, this scenario, and what do you I know we got similar thoughts on it, but I just want to know what you guys know about this and think about it.
I don't know much about critical race theory. I don't think it's really a theory. I see them as facts, but I mean, at the end of the day, we know what it is, though. Like, you know, anytime you're the first of doing something out the norm, out they box, or you know, out what they want you to do, they'll go find the words in the diction to be able to try to get you out of there. You know, that's all it really is more than anything. They like, hold on, this is not what we do around here, sir. And they came and told him. He said, well, it's my school. This is what I'm going to do. And then you got what you got. That's what I think.
So, from what I understand, critical race theory, the idea is, and I could be wrong, and those of y'all who out here, I'm not Googling it. I'm just going off
Big
what
Chief.
I think
Holla at me.
think I recall. The idea of critical race theory, from what I remember, is like that if we critically think about race in America, that this country was built on slavery and on the efforts of black people. So if we critically think about race plays the most important part in this country's history. And before it's like a huge thing that Christopher Columbus founded the America, or before it's a big thing that Abraham Lincoln signed the Declaration of Independence. The more important thing is, let's talk about the contributions of slaves. Because if we're really looking at the race, then this is the people who built this country. And to an extent, I think that's what critical race theory is. And I say all of that to say this. Ain't nobody goddamn high school teaching that. It's just bullshit. It's just a buzzword. They're trying to do critical race, extreme views on race, critical race theory. What high schools is out here teaching is, nah, man, let's talk about Juneteenth.
Yes. Well, high school has the time to teach that. Like
at all.
Boy, they teach it for tests nowadays.
Who's certified to teach that shit?
Exactly. Come on now. Like so you mean the principal went in each and every class and like he had 7 periods and we're teaching that? Come on, man. They went and found the diction to make sure, okay, hey, this is what we're gonna say he's doing. And it probably was something simple like he said, we're gonna view both sides and you have to, at the speech or something he had to the school. Something really simple he said about, make sure you understand how other kids are feeling or something like that. It was something simple, whatever, it was simple. And they was like, oh no, don't tell our kids they can't come up here in those flags. Like it was something really simple and stupid. And they was like, oh hell no. We gotta get them out of there.
Robert, what's your thoughts on that, man?
The way I comprehend critical race theory compared to some educational shit, it don't really correlate. I don't think it correlates too much because the way I comprehend it, just based upon on some legal stuff in the sense of the law, kind of like you were saying in the sense of the field is not an equal playing field, and it's in the eyes of the law. Somebody could be viewed differently, just the way America in its history. So the same law could have a different repercussion and benefit somebody totally different just because of race in the history. And I just think compare that to what's being taught in school or what's being called critical race theory. Yeah, that's not the same thing. Like you saying, it's just more so on some bro, don't talk about current events and link current events with past type stuff, which is not a bad thing. Cause I guess one of my partners had a nice back and forth, who kind of gave me a different viewpoint of looking at it. Cause he was like, why is that a bad thing? And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, fuck, they not teaching the shit good anyway, so why touch it? Y'all half-ass teaching it. You're starting with slavery, then you're trying to align it with, just you're missing stuff, so why touch on it? So I could kind of see that point too, but with your mans, I think they, from what I was researching, seemed like they was kind of hot with him because he got a white old lady. You know what I'm saying? So that might, I think that got him.
That's the theory part, right?
Exactly.
That's the critical part.
And then I think out the gate too,
I
think he had an opinion on the George Floyd stuff, as he should have, and I think he sent out correspondence to parents, because I think he said nobody in the district had or acknowledged it. So I think he might have sent something to his kids upon himself, just acknowledging just the shift in the nation or just what was going on in that time period, I think that's why they got on his ass. Just him, I guess maybe they come from the superintendent or however that would just, shit crazy in America. They bashing boys' heads. It sucks. I guess since he did it,
listen,
I guess they on his ass.
Rumble, those are some very insightful points because I think it opens up a bigger conversation, really, which is George Floyd got killed more than a year ago. And I said this on the podcast before, but I want to bring it back to this. I had some more stuff happen at work today that I felt was race played a part in it. And I feel like there's a lot of things that happen at your jobs that race plays a part in.
Man.
A year and some change ago, I feel like we could have talked about it. I feel like you could have brought it up to your job and they'll be like, okay, let's listen. I want to hear what your views are on race. You're black. I want to know what you think. I feel like right now we say something about race, they might tell us, hey man, time out. That shit passed already, man. George Floyd, that shit was a year ago, man. Get back to doing what you're doing, nigga. What do y'all think? Do y'all think the statute of limitations has passed in a lot of people's view on it's time out for that race shit?
I think it depends on where you work and what's the actual problem. What problem do you have? I think some people are willing to have conversations, especially if they think they can be sued or found liable for something. But if it's just something off pure morals and everybody else in the office feel the same way they do, they're not having that conversation with you. There's no reason to have that conversation. If I don't lose money and we're your superior or we over you, and we're not having that conversation with you about that.
And we can't get in trouble, huh?
Yeah, as long as we can't get in trouble, we're not having that conversation about that, man. Because I think right now, I think George Floyd, the saying really didn't have it had some lines in it, But I think a lot of people were, kind of on our side. It was kind of cool thing to do. That sounds fucked up to say, but it was kind of cool thing to do or be along. And then after a while, when, the country store back opening up, other things started happening. I think the lines are drawn back in the sand now. I think a lot of people went back on their side of the lines right now. It's okay. That was fun with y'all. We was bored. It was COVID. You know what I mean? Got to get out the house and do some stuff. All right, now I'm back on this side. So it
makes sense.
What it is.
A lady in my class said she doesn't feel comfortable liking posts, like talking about like Black Lives Matter, because somebody else might see her like it, and then they'll judge her. Like verbatim told me that yesterday. Ain't that some crazy shit?
What are they going to judge you on? Because you think Black Lives Matter? Like,
ain't that some crazy shit?
So they're saying, oh, so you not racist? Okay, bitch. I'll wait till it's on site.
Oh, she's one of them. She's reposting Black Lives Matter as if that's
non-racist bitch. You come on, man.
It's definitely.
I never even had to think about that before.
It's definitely
the lines in the sand, man.
It's over, yo.
The lines in the sand.
It's over.
It's over. Well, because it was a fad. It was a fad. Like that shit wasn't genuine. That shit was a fad. And then not to mention, we know how life goes, just on some political shit. Like we gave y'all the pass for fire. We hired Jamila as the head of diversity a year ago. I don't want to hear shit from y'all. For one, because we just did that 12 months ago. And for two, we need Jamila about 3 years to just see her playing through. So up until we see how this goes, if it's a yay or a nay, what she develops, we're going to move forward. But yeah, we gave y'all Jamila. Y'all shut up. That's what that is in different corporations. Not only we gave y'all Jamila, we created a new position for her with the higher ups to have a seat at the table for y'all. We doing it as a company. And they probably do feel like they doing it. Not to mention they got bigger fish to fry. It's a pandemic. Yeah, so it's over. It's over.
Yeah. They I think they honestly feel like, okay, guys, you had your turn. It was all good, came together for a little bit. You got some white allies, some people to come over. All right. Hey guys, time to come back over here. Things are serious now. Everything's back to normal. You can come back on this side. You know what I'm saying?
Time to get back to work.
Yeah, it's a business as usual now, okay? We're back in the office.
Well, I got a question. Is it a bad thing that it's over? Because how long is this shit supposed to last? Like, are we supposed to be in the same state of just riding off that gas for 3 years, 4 years? I think the best solution, depending on where you work at, just demand certain shit and just see they meet it. Like, hey, us minorities get jerked around this way. Y'all need to address X, Y, Z in this lane because I'm in this lane and I know what's going down. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think about that?
I think that
go ahead.
The statute of limitations on it is like, I think what you said is real. Like we shouldn't stay stagnant. But I think that it's what you do with that time. I'd be lying if I said I didn't capitalize on this time. Like I got a lot more opportunities in the last year and some change because people wanted to see black people win. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I'm gonna take that opportunity, I'm gonna kick down that door, but when I'm in there, I'm not gonna shut the fuck up. I'm gonna keep my foot on their neck. I will. Right? But if you wasn't keeping your foot on their neck from before, they're gonna treat you like you wasn't. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense, right? Like I think that this year or so has given people who have a voice an opportunity to use that voice to speak up. The people who want to have a voice have been able to.
Has one, yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you out there talking, nobody gonna shut you up. I don't think. And I think that's the important part of going forward. But I think them people who never said nothing and never used their platform or used whatever, I think they're gonna shut you right back up. Nah. The crazy thing is, race pervades everything. Mm-hmm. Everything. You can track any story we talk about, any situation. I was talking about kids coming home with viruses. Man, I could go into a whole soliloquy on the fact that it's probably the majority of the kids at that school are not black kids and they don't wear masks, and how race has a part to do with that, right? Mm-hmm. Like there's so many little things that we could talk about, just race having a part to do in everything, or even going back to historical things. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, it's good. It's good food for thought. What you was gonna say?
I think it, like whatever your position is, right? Like I think a lot, like you said, you move. You took the opportunity to kick down that door, and you stayed in there, but you still talking. You know what I mean? If you're in a certain position to be able to be heard, and you was talking in, you gotta keep talking. You know what I mean? Like when you say, okay, hey, we want this, we want that. We want this for black people, we want this for black at this company. If they ask you that, then you gotta keep saying that now. You know what I'm saying? Hold them accountable to it. You can't back down now. You know what I mean? Even though it's very unpopular. You know what I'm saying? But if you was talking that big shit, then keep talking your shit.
It would have to.
But you got to be in a certain position for that too.
It really would have to be the equivalent of like not no fucking morsels. Like when it's being asked, because like you said, the microphone was allowed us a year and a half ago, a year ago, and like back then, I'm sure whoever being asked potentially might have not had the sauce because they might have been taken aback that you asking for my opinion, and that little glimpse of a voice could have been missed because the voices that be might have been expecting like, okay, I'm asking you right here on the spot, what's what. They needed a goddamn 80-page bulletin book of like bum 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 bum. And I guess sometimes if it's not presented in such a manner of front to back, here's what I need, boom, right in front of you on site. That little window could get missed, versus on some, I was thinking this, versus like, hey, bro, hit front to back, ironed out, my nigga. This is him. This is what I need. Why? Everything. This is how it's gonna benefit you, us, front to back, fam. Been waiting for this.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that, but I mean, you gotta. During that time, they put you in the window. They open the door for you. Like, come on in, sit down, take a seat at the table. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you now to make sure you keep that seat. You know what I'm saying? Unless they just take you up and put you back out.